Hello everyone, welcome back to our craft time. Yay! Welcome to our craft time, and today we're gonna do something very practical because we have just learned about time alone with God, right? We learned that we need to draw closer to God, and in order to draw closer to God, we need to spend time with God. And I can be God's closest friend when I spend time with God. And so today, to encourage all of us to do that, we're going to set our own schedule right now, okay? The craft is just simply doing our own timetable, a schedule, whereby it will help us to fix our time with God, and as well as for the rest of the day, even during this time when we are at home, we can be productive, we can make use of our time well, and spend our time well at home. And so today, the things that we need for our craft is this. Again, I make it very simple, but you can make use of anything that you have that is similar, whether it's the glue stick or the sticky one. I'll use double-sided tape, or if you have scissors, but if you do not have a pen knife, you can have a scissors. Or if you do not know how to use this is quite dangerous for you to do, so then you use a scissors instead. But what I'm going to do is to show you that actually this is much quicker for today's craft. Okay, so prepare some of magic pens, a pencil for you to draw, and some color papers as well. But the color papers, I need it to be thicker. It should be a card, is easier, a thicker card. Colors, it can be any colors that you like or available at home, as well as one thick paper. It can be a art block paper, white color art block paper, or it can be a white card that you can write on, that you can cut easily. Okay, so what I'm going to show you right now is how we're going to do our own timetable schedule. Just beautify it, and then we can hang it, stick it on our wall, our room walls, that remind us of our daily schedule, to fix a time with God, to draw closer to God. And so this is just some extra things that if you have this, it will help you do this even quicker. Okay, so it's either washi tape, if you have a washi tape, or your parents have. Washi tape is something like there's a pattern on the tape. It helps for art and craft. Okay, I just have this one. Yeah, and then you can, if you have, if you don't have this, it's fine. Then you can opt for this. Find some color, not colorful papers, but these are like origami papers, but there are patterns on it. Okay, so Teacher Melanie have a lot of floral patterns here, very obvious, right? But if you have any other patterns, go ahead and use like any, maybe even wrapping papers. There are checkers or colorful wrapping papers. It also can be used as part of the craft today. Okay, so these are all the items that you can need. You just take a pause, and then you can grab all this that you need, and we can continue on from here. So first up, okay, what you need to do is very simple. We're gonna make the base of it. So the base, it should be something dark. I'm doing one A4 size. I might need two, but then you can do one A4 size. Okay, this is try to get a thicker A4 card, but if don't have, it's fine. Just a color for the base, for the background, and then we're going to do a timetable, and I'll show you how it looks like at the end. Okay, very simple. Firstly, you have to get your art block paper, or a art card, or a card, white color card, but you need to cut into square boxes. Okay, so each boxes, it's about 7 centimeters. You can tell. This is a sample for you to see, but you go ahead and draw about 7 is quite big, so I actually would like you to do for 5 cm instead. Okay, I have another sample here, 5 cm. So what you need to do is go ahead on your art block, right? Okay, use a ruler and then a pencil. Okay, just draw the lines, and then you draw out 5 cm by 5 cm. Okay, so you just need to measure 5 by 5 so that you can cut. Okay, so let's say this is 5. Just do a 5 here like that, and then 5 cm here. Okay, this art and craft is more like a very simple, practical way to do this. And then you just, oops, my ruler is not long enough. This is the only ruler I have at home. Okay, so you just draw one line over here. Okay, again, don't have to be perfect. Craft is subjective. Everyone can have their own way. But this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you how you can do it in different ways. So firstly, after you draw all the lines, which I haven't, I just show you one sample, okay? So you do 5 cm here. Just measure 5 cm and then do a small marking. Okay. So there's this extra part where you cannot use, okay? So it's fine. So go ahead and measure the other corner, then you draw a line for 5 cm, see? So I'm going to show you just a little bit. Okay, you need to make about, it depends how many items you want to put on your schedule, okay? But you can make up to 12 squares in one A4, 12 squares in one A4 of, one A4 size. You can have 12 squares, 12 items in your schedule. So for example, like this, you just draw, then you can get all the squares right now. And what you need to do from here, after you draw all your squares, 12 squares or even 10 squares as you like, but if it's in A4, you need let me show you here. Yeah, so in your A4, you need to write on the top my daily schedule, and then you can write your name at the bottom here. Okay, just write a big letter. I just use a marker pen. I write one time and then I write a second time to make it thicker, so it's more obvious. Okay, so use just draw as nice as possible, and then the next thing is to cut all the squares. And to show you an example here, after you draw all the squares, you can either use a scissors to cut, or there's another way that I do this, okay, that make things faster, which is I just fold it and then I cut it. Okay, so for example, this is my sample here. I just cut one strip by one strip, and then I just fold it like that. Okay, this is 5 by 5 cm. After I fold it, I just use a pen knife. If it's dangerous for you, don't do it, especially those 4 to 8, 7, 8 years old. If you cannot handle this, ask your koko chacha to help you, okay? Or ask your parents, okay, your mom or dad to help you do cut this. If not, just go ahead and use a scissors. It will be much easier, okay? But for me, I'm going to make it fast for you so that you don't need to watch me too long here. After you cut all the squares, this is a sample for you to see, 5 by 5 cm, okay? You can make up to 12 items in your schedule, but today I'm going to show you that less than 12 items. So you can make more than 12 items, but I'm going to show you just like about 8 samples here, 8 items that I'm going to show. So you see here, if you do 5 by 5, you can actually fit up to 3 rows, okay? You can fit up to 3 rows, 3 items here. And then it goes down 1, 2, 3, about 4 here. So, sorry, I don't have extra right now. So, with 3 columns and 4 rows. So, altogether, 4, 3 is 12. So, you can have 12 squares, 5 by 5 cm squares within the A4 size with your title on top like that, okay? But if you don't want so many items, it's fine as well. You just do 2 rows, okay? Just 2 rows will do. Just put small gaps in between. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squares each row, each column. And then you have 8 items. So today I'm going to show you 8 items, okay? 8 items that you can put in your schedule. So firstly, I've done all the squares here, and one of the faster way that I do is I just fold my white paper, because this is an art art block paper, so it's easily folded and easily teared. And so what I did is I fold into squares. This one is without measurement, that's why it's so big. You can go ahead and copy what I draw, but feel free to draw what you like, okay? This is just a sample. So after you prepare all your squares, okay, the next thing is pick up some color paper that you have. I mean patterns, paper with patterns. So what I did is I took out one piece from here, this stack of origami papers pattern, and then I cut it into strips. Okay, any size, up to you how thick you want, but I recommend about this size. This length is about 1 cm in size. Then what I do is I stick above my paper like that. So this is what I did. Okay, I just stick above here so that there's a pattern on top. This is something simple. So what I did is I stick double-sided tape behind here. As you can see, I use my thin double-sided tape. Then I just stick on my square paper on top. Then what I did, after I stick only, I cut off this part where I can do the nice cutting. So this is an example. I have different kinds of items that I want to put here. Okay, so firstly, you can put your breakfast at what time. You just write a time at the top, and then you draw a very simple art picture. You don't need to be perfect. And then you write what's the activity, what is the item that you need to do. Okay, it can be a task, it can be an activity. So let's say this is my breakfast time. Sorry, not breakfast time, wake up first. Okay, so I have a wake up here 7 o'clock, and then I have 8 o'clock here. Okay, so I go from left to right, and then I have other things like playtime, reading time, cleanup time, or even homework time. Okay, let's put homework here. So if you do not have enough papers, go ahead and put a second one, a second A4. Okay, if you don't want to use white paper here, you also can use some other color papers, but make sure that it's lighter than your background color so that it stands out and the one that you can draw. So let's say like pink or blue or yellow or even peach color, okay, light peach color, but I opt to use something white. Okay, so go ahead and change colors, up to you, but make sure that it's contrast so you can see the difference, okay, and it pops out nicer. Right now I'm just show you how did I stick this on. Okay, so for example, this is the one with double-sided tape. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to show you closely how I stick it. So what I do is I stick it from one end, just at the top corner, at the top, okay, to the other end, and then I cut it off using the scissors here in the end, so it looks perfectly fit nicely. Okay. Another way, if you don't have all these pattern papers, is that you just draw yourself something, or you color some pattern on top. It's fine as well. Or you can simply just draw on this paper. For example, you cut this one into squares, okay, and then you just draw this item that you want. Okay, and then you paste it on your paper, on your base here. Okay, that will be your schedule. Alright, so these are some of the examples that I can show you. This is a wake up. I draw a sun, very simple sun. Don't need to be very complicated. And then most importantly, you add this in your schedule. Okay, this is the time alone with God. You draw a Bible. Yep, that's the most important one. The rest is as simple as breakfast. I didn't write the lunch. Playtime, reading time, snack time, okay, homework time, or you can put class time if you have any e-learning class at home. Clean up time, okay, sometimes time to clean up, sometimes time to play, sometimes time to read. There's so many things that you can put in, okay. Then there's lunch and dinner that you can add on, but most importantly what I need you to put in is this, okay. Draw this Bible and time along with God, okay. At the end, how do you assemble? Okay, so let's say I only use one paper, okay. I think one is enough. If yours is 5 cm, it should fit. Okay, so what you need to do is you just stick this on and it will look so pretty. Yeah, very simple, right? So this is it, my daily schedule. So you just stick according to time. You can go like this from the left to right, or you can go like this as well, it's fine. From top to bottom, left to right, down, zigzag. But for me, I think I'll go this way. Okay, that's it. You can add on some stickers behind or some drawing that you like, but this is the simplest way that you can do if you do not want any complicated drawing. For some of us, we might not be good at drawing. So go ahead and just do like this. That's all for today. See you again. Bye.